Thank you for buying the art and photo brochure. I trust you're going to enjoy using it, and I trust that this is going to bring a lot of clients and a lot of visitors to your art gallery, to your photo studios and your design studios. I'm going to be explaining in this video how you are supposed to add photos to this and how you're going to be able to modify this brochure to suit your needs. Now, the photos aren't included. You would need to download or take your own photographs, which in most cases is going to happen that way. I mean, you're going to be taking your own photographs and adding them to this brochure. So without further ado, let's get started and let me explain how you'd be able to modify and add photos to this brochure. Now, once you've opened the folder and once you've opened this particular PSD, the art photo brochure PSD, you're going to be seeing the layers stacked up like this. You're going to be seeing layer groups that are named panels 1, 2 and 3. That's the front area. And you're going to be seeing panels 4, 5 and 6. That's the inside area. Now, for the sake of shortening this video, I am not going to be explaining how to add photos on the back, because the concept is the same, is exactly the same as that of the front. So if you add photos on the front, it's the same concept. So I don't want to make this video too lengthy, and I know you want to get started and print this brochure as soon as possible. So let's just concentrate on panels 1, 2 and 3. That's the front area. Now, when I open panels 1, 2 and 3, I can see that I've got very well organized layers, and that's because many of you are not advanced users in Photoshop. Most of you would have a little bit of knowledge, and for the sake of convenience and for the sake of ease, I have made this into well organized groups, so it's easier for you to understand and it's easier for you to get around and start editing and modifying the brochure. I've color coded the 3 different panels, the right, left and middle. And I'm going to be explaining exactly what these layers are. Now, the splats are these little art effects you see at the bottom. So I'm going to open that. So you have the texture splat. This is for the top. As you can see in the little preview layer, in the layers panel here, you can see the preview and you know that that's the texture splat on the top. I take that out, it's gone. So basically I'm just toggling the visibility here, just showing you the different splat effects here. So that takes care of the splats. The yellow bar is this information bar. This is where you add a small little tagline, you'd add your address or whatever information you see fit. So this is the yellow bar. The angles and corner brackets. Now, this is not very visible. That's because I have the splats on, but if I knock it off, you can see these corner brackets at the bottom. So now, if you want to keep this brochure very simple without the splats, I have these angles and corner brackets ready for you. That's that. So I'll turn everything on again. Now we'll go to the middle panel, and this is the middle panel, everything in the middle. So this is technically, it's the middle panel here, but it's also the back of your brochure. So I'm going to be showing you how to add a photo to the middle panel, and here you have all the text layers here. Now, I've used free fonts, and the font links are included in the help file that you have downloaded and has come in the same package as the PSD file. So let's add a photo. Now, the photos are located in this particular photo layer group. I'm talking about the photo for the layer panel only, but all the photos are marked like this. You'd see these little arrows ascending and descending, and you'd see the photo, the word photo in it. So all the photos are going to be looking like this. Rather, the photo layer groups are going to be looking like this. So I've not changed the layer names because I want it to be similar for you. So when you look at a layer like that, you know that that's where your photo goes. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible. So let's open that, and you can see here I have a layer group saying picture here. That's where your photograph is going to go. This is the frame, right? And this is the shadow of the frame. As you can see, the slight shadow effect here. So let's add a picture. Now this says double click to place picture. So basically I'm going to do that again. When we go back there, you see that this particular way of adding photo is basically a smart object. So you want to double click it, and when you double click it, it opens up a smart object window here, and the layer says replace with your own photo. So let's add a photo. Now I'm going through some of the photos I have. This one is an edited image of the rock chick photo found on Photo Dune. I'm going to drag that into the layer, the smart object layer, that is. As you can see, I'm in a smart object. I'm not in my main document, I'm in the smart object layer. So now obviously the image is a little too big, as you can see, so I'm just going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to transform this. I want to be able to see my transform handles here. So I'm going to transform and shrink the image just so it fits the smart object layer group. Now once I've done that, I just need to head over to File and just click Save. So while it's saving, I close my smart object layer and I head over to my main PSD image, and you can see already that the image is reflected in my main document. So that's how simple adding a photo is. With the right panel, again you see the same structure here, photos, then you'll see the middle frame, because I have two frames here, so I've even organized it like so. That's the middle frame and the right frame. So what do you want to work on? Let's work on the middle frame since it's more visible. Double click to place picture. Now it's the same thing. Now just for the sake of speeding this video up, I'm going to drag the same photo in, and I'm going to do the same technique. Zoom out so I can see my transform handles, shrink the image to fit the placeholder image size, the smart holder document size. I've done that. Do I need the image? No, I don't. Here you can see that the image is updated. I want to show you one more quick thing, and that's adding the photo to this splat texture here, as you can see. Now the same series of splats and photo effects and templates I have on Graphic River, and I will leave that link in this video description, so you can download more templates and more splat effects for your photos. And just so you wish to, if you wish to add different effects and different splats to this brochure. Okay, so now we are going to the left panel, and here we can see that I've even marked it here saying splat photo, so you know that's now adding a photo here is a little different. It's not hard at all, it's very simple. So once you open the splat photo layer group, you can see I have something called picture here, and you can see it's a little layer mask. So basically what that's saying is any layer that is contained, or any photo that is contained inside this picture here layer group, is going to be taking the shape of that layer mask. Okay, so you make sure when you're adding a photo that you add the photo inside this layer group. Now what happens if it wasn't inside this layer group? Let's just see. If I drag it out here, you can see that now my image is filled up with this big ugly looking rectangular black box. We don't want that. You want it to take the shape of the splat. As you can see, you want it to take this shape. So how do you get that? You just need to drag it and insert it in the layer group. So you just drag it up like this, and it's there in your layer group now. That's all you need to do. It's very, very simple. So let's add a photo and see how that fares. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to use this photo. and I'm going to drag it in. Now let's drag it. So you can see I've dragged the photo in and it's taking the shape of the splat. Now just because the photo was too small, as you can see here, you can still see these black empty spaces. So you just want to transform and drag out so the photo is big enough. Alright, so once you've done that, you can close that, and basically that's it. That's how you add photographs and images to this brochure. It's very simple. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I trust that you would follow me on Graphic River. Have a look at my portfolio. I have a lot of stuff that's very art related, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it, and I hope that you download them and use it as much as you can, and spread the word across about my portfolio and my different items on Graphic River. I really appreciate you buying this product. Thank you once more.